Good morning, students. Am I audible?
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Okay, inform all to join now. It's already late. Okay, so let's start a class. Is it audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's continue from the last class. So first of all, let me share my screen first. So let's revise a little bit about the previous classes. So we have started by discussing about the basics of Autocad software. Okay, these things are already discussed with you. Different tools and different toolbars, a different name of the toolbars. It's already mentioned here. Okay, so in the last class we were discussing about this, that is your coordinate system in AutoCAD, correct? So basically the coordinate system in AutoCAD followed these three approaches. Okay, that means you can draw um, lines, or you can draw lines using this coordinate system. Since any line is a combination of different points, okay, if I draw, let me draw, suppose I'm drawing this line. So this line is made up of different numbers of points, infinite numbers of points. Okay, so for considering, just for understanding, so this point, like this, or this point. So every point have its own coordinate axis. Suppose if I move this line up this coordinate axis, suppose here. Okay, so these things, I think we have already discussed in last class about this absolute coordinate system. Okay, so in absolute coordinate system, it's a basic coordinate system of mathematics that we follow. That means it's a, I think you can see the symbol of plus. Okay, this is a plus symbol from where the cross section, that means, sorry, the intersection of the two lines. Okay, yeah, so in this absolute coordinate system, you can see it is represented by this plus symbol. Okay, so this side is known as positive x, this is negative s, negative x. So upward direction positive y, this is your positive y, sorry, upward is positive y, and a down negative y. I think these things are already discussed in last class, right? So this is all about your absolute coordinate system. Okay, and this intersection of these two lines, it reflect what? It's reflect origin. That's why it's represented by this point 0, 0. That means the coordinate of this point is 0, 0. Okay, and wait, let me take this out. So if I draw this line, this red color line in this coordinate axis, so we can find the coordinate of each and every point with respect to this axis. Okay, starting from this point. Suppose this point, this line having suppose A point and it is B point. Okay, this AB. Suppose the the line AB is directly touch the this point. Okay, this point is equal also known as suppose O with respect to this axis. So what should be the coordinate of this point A? It should be 0, 0, correct? And similarly, you can find the point of this point here also. You can find this like this. Okay, how can you find? Suppose I want to find coordinate of this point. Suppose somewhere here. Suppose somewhere here. Okay, suppose here. So the x coordinate will be this much. Y coordinate will be this much. Okay, so like this we can find x, y. Okay, so suppose this point is P. This point is P. The coordinate of point P with respect to this axis is x and y. So you can find out the value of x and y, okay, if the values are given. Okay, so this is the approach of absolute coordinate system. Fine. It can be positive, it can be negative. Okay, so based on this system, we can have a relative absolute coordinate system and relative polar coordinate system. Okay, so now we're going to discuss about these two, relative absolute coordinate system and the relative polar coordinate system. Correct. So here, how to draw a line or how to draw a geometrical structure or how to join different points in relative absolute coordinate system. So you have to follow this method basically at the rate x comma y. Okay, you have to first type at the rate, then the x coordinate comma y coordinate. So this is the basic standard method that should follow to draw anything geometrical structure in AutoCAD using this relative absolute coordinate system. I'll give you one example also in AutoCAD. Okay? Let me first start my AutoCAD software. Okay, so I think I have already given the introduction to the AutoCAD software, right? So again, I just want to tell you what this. This is the symbol capital A for AutoCAD. This white color column is known as your title bar, where AutoCAD uh, name, the version name, the file name, and the file format name is mentioned here in title bar. Okay, I think it is visible, right? Then at the bottom, this is that means the second column is your menu bar, where you can find a drop-down menu for each menu. Okay, and these are your draw toolbar. These are modify toolbar, right? And at the bottom, I think you can see the command, right? This is your command area or command bar. Okay, and at the very end, that means at the very bottom, you can see this ash color bar, which is known as status bar. Okay, here the coordinate of x, y, and z are showing x, y, z. Okay, since we are doing in a 2D dimensional drawing, so that's why only x and y is showing. So only x and y coordinate is showing, and the z coordinate is remain 0 for 2-dimensional drawing. Okay, and this symbol x and y coordinate symbol is known as what? UCS icon. I think this thing is also given. Yeah, UCS icon. Okay, what is the full form of UCS icon? It is user coordinate system. Okay, remember this. Anyway, one more thing before going in the starting a drawing, you have to go for formatting your AutoCAD file. Okay, suppose I have just opened the AutoCAD file, right? So first and foremost thing I have to do is to formatting. Okay, I have to do the formatting. Fine. And how to do format? I'll show you now. Okay? So in format, what you need to do? You need to first fix the unit. That means in which unit you want to draw your drawing. Okay, whether it is in meter or centimeter, millimeter, foot, these things have to be fixed before starting the drawing. Then you have to go for setting the limit. That means you have to select your drawing chart paper. That means the similar way that you have control drawing in a chart, the same way you have to first decide your chart paper, even in the AutoCAD area also. Suppose because that this drawing area is too large, okay, it's a very infinite number of points are there. You can compress this AutoCAD drawing area, this black color area that you are seeing now, as per your drawing requirement. That means suppose your drawing having a size of 50 meter by 50 meter, okay, so you don't need a paper, or you don't need a paper of 1000 meter by 1000 meter. Okay, I think you are understanding, right? That means suppose a drawing having a size of 50 by 50 meter, that means total how much, 5 to 5 25 100 something like that. Okay, 50 by 50 meter, a drawing you have to draw for to for to for to draw this such a drawing having a size 25 suppose meter. You can choose just slightly larger than a particular drawing. Say for example, 100 by 100 meter you can select. Okay, so it will make little bit good or easy to draw a drawing. Okay, so I'll tell you the first step. Whenever you open the AutoCAD file, first and foremost thing is to format your AutoCAD file. Okay, and for that you have to go to the format option that is mentioned in the menu bar. I think you can see, right? Yeah, you can see in the menu bar nearby the insert and the tool. There's a format option is there, right? First is file, then edit, then view, insert, and format. Okay. First of all, you have to go to the format and going here, and at the below the drop-down menu, we'll see unit. Okay. You have to click on this unit. I'm showing again. You have to go to the format, then unit. Okay. Then here, these things have to be uh, modified. Okay, based on your drawing requirement. You can also change the length type, like if you select architecture, all the dimensions will come in foot and inches. Okay, if you take engineer also, it will come in foot and inches, right? It's better to go for decimal. Okay? It will come in meters and it all are available, so it's better to have this decimal type of the length. Then precision, it's up to you, or up to you the dimensions given in your particular drawing. Suppose for example I'm taking this 0.00. Even for the angle, this angle also I'm taking 0 only. It's okay fine for now. Let's say I'm going to draw in meter, so I'm clicking on meter. Rather than different units are different scales are given, like inches, feet, miles, millimeter, centimeter, meter, kilometer. All these things are okay based on different country, right? So for us, let's take meter. Okay, I'm taking the meter, and I'm taking okay. Okay. See, unit is set. Fine. After that, you have to set the limits. Limits mean you have to set the drawing chart. Okay. So since this is a drawing area, you have to first compress this drawing chart. How to do? Just from your keyboard, type limits. LIMITS. Okay. Then click enter. Okay. I'm showing you again. LIMITS. Limits. Okay. LIMITS limits. Then type, then click enter. Okay. Then what is showing here? It's showing here. I think it is visible, right? It's asking reset model space limits. Okay. That means by doing this limit command, you can reset the AutoCAD size. Okay. So what is the instruction given in the AutoCAD software? You can see the command area also. What is written here? Specify lower left corner. Okay. Even here nearby the cursor also you can see this notification. That is specify lower left corner. Suppose it's up to you. What is the lower left corner? You can decide by yourself. Okay. For example, let's me consider the lower left corner. This is the lower left corner. Let's take 0, 0. That is the coordinate of this lower left corner. Let's consider 0, 0. Okay. So how to do? Just type 0, then have to enter the tab. Okay, whenever you click one value and just type or just click tab from your keyboard, tab. Okay, when you click tab, the lock system is visible nearby the X coordinate. Okay, I think it is visible. After that, give the second value of x y axis, that is 0 gain. Again, I'm 0 tapping and enter. Okay, that means the lower left corner is set in xy coordinate, which is equal to 0, 0. And now it's asking specify upper right corner. Even in the command area also you can see specify upper right corner. So it's up to depend on the drawing. For now, let's take 100 and tap 100. Okay, so let's take enter. So your lower left corner is set on 0, 0 and upper right corner is set on 100, 100 in meter actually, because since we are already format a unit in meter, right? So it will come in meter. So after that, the last thing you have to do before starting any drawing, that means you have set the coordinate of lower left corner and upper right corner, fine, but it is not totally visible right now. But the next step is to zoom it all. That means you have to see the lower left corner and upper right corner in a same screen. Okay, but right now it is not visible. Okay, to make this coordinate lower left corner and upper right corner visible in your screen, you have to type zoom it all. You have to zoom it all. That means how to do? Just type Z, enter, and all. A. I'm typing. Okay, wait, and then A. Okay, wait. Let me check again. Z, enter, A, enter. Zoom it all. Okay, I'm writing here. Okay. First step. First, go to format. Go to format. Okay. Then I'm giving you. After it. Oh, sorry. Then after going in the format, what you have to do? After going in format, you have to click on units, right? Then unit. Okay. Then after that, you have to set your after going in the unit, what you have to do? You have to. I'm showing you again. After going in unit, you have to set the scale, length type. These things you have to make it. Okay. That means reset scale type and sorry, length type and scale. Okay. So after that, what you have to do? After it, okay, then press OK. Then click OK. Okay. After the next step, we have to set the limits. Okay. Limits to set. Okay. So how to do? Type limits. Just write ty type limits. Then what? Enter. Okay. click enter. Okay, after that set reset method, reset lower left corner point. Okay, then reset upper right corner, then click OK. OK or enter. Okay, next do it all. How to do? How to do? Type Z, then enter. Okay, and then type A, enter. Okay, so this is the base first step. Okay, when the setting of the AutoCAD is done by going in the format, set the unit, then go in the limits, set the limit lower left corner and upper left corner, and then OK, then zoom it out. These things I have to do before starting an drawing. Okay, so at the end I just want to show you one example of this relative absolute quality system. Okay, so this in this approach of relative, that is your relative absolute quality system, here uh, the AutoCAD lines a drawing can be drawn using this at direct X line. Okay, how to do? I'll show you with an example. Suppose you are asked to draw a particular rectangle. Suppose I'm drawing a rectangle here. So a rectangle having, okay. Suppose this is your point A, point B, point C, point D. Okay, and I want to draw this rectangle in AutoCAD. Suppose the length suppose is uh, 10, it is 5. Okay, the length of this rectangle is 10, which is 5, right? Now first of all, to draw this rectangle ABCD in AutoCAD using this relative absolute coordinate system, you need coordinate of A, B, C, D with respect to some axis. Okay, so let's imagine the axis here. Let's imagine the axis. Sorry. Okay, so let's imagine the axis here. In considering. Suppose this is your x, this is your y, okay, and this is your point what? The point A, point B, point C, point D, okay. Now considering this rectangle line in this axis, so what should the coordinate of A? Anyway, what should the coordinate of A? We're going to find out, okay. Anyway, so let's draw this in AutoCAD. I'm showing here only, okay. For now, just imagine this rectangle that we are going to draw. I'm drawing this using this shortcut rectangle command. Anyway, I'll show you in different way, okay, using this axis. Suppose the length is your 10 and the width is your 5. Okay, now we are actually want to draw this rectangle in AutoCAD using relative absolute coordinate system. Okay, how to do? Suppose this point is A, B, C, and D, and you need to know the coordinate of A, B, C, D. Okay, now wait. Okay, so how to draw? Just first of all, the first thing we have to take the line command. How to take the line command? And where is the line command? Line command will be in the draw toolbar. This is your draw toolbar, and in the draw toolbar, the first command is your line command. Okay, so I'm taking my cursor to the line command and just click here. I'm clicking here. Okay. After that, the line command is active, and even in the command area, it is showing specify first point. Okay, so the first point I am considering the point A, and the coordinate let's consider is 0, 0. Okay, how to give this? In this command area, type 0, 0. Okay, I'm clicking here and it will start from here. See, starting from here. Okay, next point B, that means this point. This point is connected now. I want the coordinate of point B with respect to point A. Okay, now if you are in this point A, now if you want to travel from point A to point B, what distance you need to travel? It's depend on the length of this line AB. Now I already told you the length of the line is how much? 10 meter. Okay, so we have to give 10 meter. But how to give distance? But you have to mention here also, what about the y-axis? Since from A to B, it's a simply horizontal line. Okay, so that means there should not be any y value, only x value, only in a positive x value, correct? And y value will be 0. Okay, so how to give the coordinate of point B? You just see here the same format I am showing here. You can see at the rate x and y. Okay, so first of all, in this command area, let's type at the rate. Okay, now x value is how much? X value is 10, right? I'm typing 10. Okay, and comma y value is 0. I'm giving 0 and giving enter. Okay, I think you can see the line is coming. Okay, the line is coming. Then point C, you have a point C here. Okay, I'm showing this is a point B and point C. Now what should be the coordinate of point C with respect to point B? If you are standing in point B, you have to move to point C. That means you are about to move in upward positive y direction. And in this case, you don't need x direction. So in this case, x value will be 0. Okay, and y value will be the length of BC. That is your 5. Okay, so just type here in command area again at the rate x value, that is x coordinate of point C is 0, then comma, and what is the y coordinate is 5. So type in 5 and enter. Okay, I think you can see a small leg is coming. Point A, point B, and point C is coming. Now up to this point is complete. Now we need to move about this point. It is point D. Now tell me what is the uh, coordinate of point D with respect to point C. That means you are standing in this point C and you have to move to point D. That means in the left direction. And it is basically what? It is the negative x direction, isn't it? From this point, from point C, the right direction is considered as positive x and left direction is considered as a negative x. Okay, and we are considering at this point as 0, 0. Okay, since it's relative. Okay, since it is relative absolute coordinate system, every coordinate of point is represented based on the coordinate of the previous one. So if I want to find out the coordinate of point D, we have to see the what is the previous point. In this case, the previous point is what? Point C, correct? Point C is the previous case. Okay. Now if you're standing in point C and you have to start walking towards point D, that means you are moving in negative x direction and there is no y value. Y value is 0. Okay. So what should be the coordinate of point D? So first of all, write in command area. First thing is to write command @a and x value. The x coordinate value is minus, because since it's a negative direction, minus 10, comma, y value will be 0. I'm having 0. So we enter. So I think you can see one line is coming now. Now after reaching the point D, you have to join the point D with point A. Okay, that means you have to move from point D to point A. Okay, so in this scenario, you are moving in the negative y direction. Okay, downward direction. Okay, that means it will be negative y, and in this case, x is 0. Okay, so what will be the coordinate of point A with respect to point D? Will be what? Just type @ क्या होगा? Anyone? X value कितना होगा? X value will be 0, right? Because we are moving in x direction. So x value will be 0, comma. And what is the y value? The length of this, it is 5, but this is in a negative direction. So we have to type minus 5. Okay. So it is already joined in. Okay. The point A is connected. Fine. Now after completing the drawing, you have to come out of the command, because see, your drawing is complete, but even though the command is active. Okay, because AutoCAD software will not know where to stop. Okay, you have to make it stop. Okay, how to stop? Just type escape from your keyboard, or type enter from your keyboard, or just click the right click of your mouse and enter. Okay, it is done. And to move your axis, XY axis, from your drawing to up to this location, how to do? Just type UCS icon. Okay, that means to separate this drawing from this XY direction, because we need this XY icon here, the lower left corner. Okay, to separate this, you type UCS icon and enter. After entering, you will find the fourth number point, that is your no origin. Just click on no origin, it will go down. Okay, so like this we have created this rectangle using relative